Well, hey everybody, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. Welcome to Southeast Louisiana. It is February 15th. I keep wanting to say January. Oh my goodness. Time flies. All right, folks, that's right, I do bees, but I don't do how-to videos. So if you're looking for a how-to video on what we're going to talk about today, you're in the wrong place. If you just want to see my adventure, my vlog, you're in the right place. Went into a swarm in a video because I had to move it into a box, get it settled because season is upon us, of course. But the one today, I suspect is either a laying worker or a drone layer because they had a queen and they weren't really inspected that much. I put them in there after the swarm box, they're an old swarm. And I think they had swarmed in the box. I left them on the tree late. I put out 3 boxes this past year, and I really did. I was not diligent with them at all. I had stuff going on at work this year that I haven't had in quite a few years as far as my schedule, and it really burdened me down. So I was not able to really get in them. And I was remiss with the traps. So one trap was garbage when I opened it. It had been slimed, so it either swarmed and didn't requeen. The other one I left in the tree, which y'all saw in the video, and it was tiny. I really wasn't worried about getting it back here. Didn't have time to nurture it and mess with it. Just need to get honey off the hives. And then the third one, I just brought it out late, and it's there, but it was laying good at one point, and now it's not. So we'll go on that one because there's no fear on damaging a queen necessarily. And I'm going to check fondant on these colonies because it's been a few weeks now because red maple started coming in. I got pears and plums blooming around the area, so there's nectar in some of the colonies. We saw that in the swarm, and right now it's just build-up time. Like that swarm had about a frame and a half of solid brood, so they're going to grow quick once we get through this cold snap. So it won't be long, folks. Won't be long. Let's check fondant. Should be gone by now, and then I'll weigh the hive as well. See how the colony weighs. Yeah, look. So here's the couple beetles. Wow. The bees gathered up on here. So something I will say about colonies, I see pictures in wintertime of bees and they'll open a double deep up and there'll be bees just piled at the top. And while that is a wonderful thing to see for the most part, depending on how early it is in winter, that's not something I like to see. When I've got a lot of honey in the top, I want to see the bees below that honey, not up top in the winter. So here's how those little tools worked. Wow, you can see it worked really well. Can y'all tell? Man, it kept that bag up and cleaned out. For the bigger bags, I would definitely have them, but even for the smaller one, it kept it puffed up enough to where I'm looking at the corners. Even the corners are ate out. A lot of times, unless it's a really strong colony, that's where I can't get them to pull it out. So that's a good thing. I think it worked good. They got some food in there. The only thing I was wondering with these little gadgets is how hard is it going to be to clean out the bag of bees? I don't think hard at all. I'm going to put another one on here because I can. Open it up and shake them out. There you go. That's easy enough. All right. So there you go, the little hole opens up, nice tool. Works good. I think I'm going to use it more often. I got to have thicker shims in some cases, but I like that. Yeah, I'll give them another one because I have it. And it's not going to hurt them health-wise for sure, right? So I'm going to come back, and for you guys that haven't seen the tool, I'll go ahead and demonstrate it one more time after we get done. We'll check them out again and see. I'm sure this one's going to need it. Let me see how heavy the one next to it is. You've got a note. Yeah, they got some weight. And then, of course, they are bringing in nectar. They're brooding up now, so they're going to use a lot of stores. We've got to be careful not to starve them. Same way with this one. Cleaned it out really good. This hive is not looking that good. This colony itself, but yeah, these bees don't look good at all. Like they're in decline almost. So I was listening to Jeff Harris the other day. He said back before Varroa research shows that a normal decrease in population for winter is 40 to 50%. So you should see a decline in winter, but when you see a big one, it's scary. No, they're over here. That's right. This nest was 4 or 5 frames onto the right. So there's no bees over here. It's all over here. So let me plan to feed them another one too, because I don't know. They got a lot of honey in there. Actually, I'm going to give them one of the ones with Apis biologics in it. See if we can get some kind of growth out of them. They're plenty heavy, especially for what we got left. Man, I want to go in them, but I'm not going to. I'll let them keep brooding and doing their thing. There's 4 to 5 frames, no different than an overwintered nuke. I'm going to leave them alone. They were weak back in the day. Maybe they're going back up. We're going to leave them alone. I'm going to go get some food for them. Okay, so this is some Matt from the Sandy Valley Honey. There they are. We're going to give them some of Matt's fondant. Now, the Matt's fondant has Hive Alive in it as well, but it also has Apis biologics. I have like five patties left over of what I made. Ideally, this fondant would probably be better in a Ziploc and then cut open like you would Hive Alive. But I put it on parchment paper, and they'll get through it. Doesn't matter. No different than your pollen patties that you do. And I'll even tear open a little bit, pull some back. I don't want to pull a lot back because it does get a little. This is a little soupier in some cases than the Hive Alive. So don't want it to be too bad for them as far as running down, because you still got some heat left. And we're just going to put it down on there like so. Like I said, I got a few patties of this left. This is good stuff. Let's move it back over their nest. This nest needs to be slid over, but obviously I'm not going to do that today. Let's give them that. Give them a health boost. And we're going to go through this Hive Alive tool one more time. So this tool is pretty nice. Y'all saw how it kept that paper up, that bag up. So you take this little tooth side and grind it out. Oops. Take this off. I mean, you can easily cut this open. I'm not saying you can't, but this does work good for what they designed it for. Obviously it does, so they wouldn't have put it out. Dara's going to test it. Then we'll, goodness, yeah, see, that's not what we want to see this time of year in a double deep. I mean, I guess we're close enough. Really, it's not terrible, but a double deep, I want them to be toward the center, not covering the whole thing, meaning there's some honey left. Another thing with this, you don't smash as many bees putting it down either. There we go. These bees are bringing in pollen. I'm not concerned about pollen patties. I rarely ever use pollen patties because of small hive beetles. All right, plenty more to do. I got about 6 more I want to look at. Then we're going to look at that one we think is either a drone layer or a queen. We're going to see. Maybe there was just a fluke, the brood I saw. But the only brood I saw in it was drone brood. And I looked at it because it was a fondant feeding time in winter. Well, that's not good. Not good. Oh, beetles. They've cleaned that fondant out. Beetles. Yeah, they've cleaned that out. And they're light. I need to feed them. They've propolized the beetle trap, so we're going to take that out for now. I got some more to reset in here, but I'm not going to do it today. Oh, the beetles. I hate them. I might actually put another trap in here. I don't know. They're just, right now they're propolizing them up. That's what they do in the winter. They don't seem to, oh, this is getting them going now. They don't seem to do much with them in the winter time as far as corralling them. I'll put a fondant on there anyway. We'll do that in a minute. Definitely need some. Get them some food. Beetles. Moving on. Moving on. Now this one here, let's look at that colony. This is one I'd worry about swarming right here. It's packed in good. The only thing about this fondant bags, you gotta get these bees out of there. No, they're all at the top. It's definitely light. This will be one that we'll get a double deep quick, and probably a nuke pulled off of it. I can go into spring with 4 frames of brood and in 7 weeks be peaked out if I do it right. And that's if conditions are right. You know how it is with beekeeping though. No guarantee on that. Everybody's flying. Good day to fly before it gets cold. These bees have been known to be quite ornery. Ooh yeah. Oh, they're getting after me now. That colony looks weak. It's one we got fondant on though, so let's see. Yep, they hadn't even barely touched theirs. Look at that. And this right here, they didn't even eat this. Matter of fact, I'm not even so sure this ain't a dead out. Doesn't smell right at all, guys. I think it's been robbed and it's a dead out. No, it's got honey in it. Hadn't been robbed. Hadn't been robbed or slimed. It smells musty though. Ah, I see what the problem might be. Drone layer. Dwindling down. How do I know that? Because look at all that comb. That's drone comb. Looks like it emerged. I bet it's a drone layer because the next comb is the same way. Laying worker, I keep saying drone layer. Drone layer would be a queen that's laying drones. This is a laying worker. This thing probably went queenless, so I'm gonna have to do something with it. It's of no use. So we'll shake it out. There's not enough bees to worry with, and utilize the comb elsewhere. See, it's all drone. It's all drone comb, and you can see it's all raised up. That whole area brooded out. It's all drone brood. I'm just looking to make sure I'm not missing a drone laying queen somewhere. But this colony is doomed. So I'm gonna take it down, shake it out, and save the comb. Let's go do that. It's not enough bees to worry about when it comes to combining it. It's just not. It's not even 3 full frames. It's maybe 1 frame of bees. Shake them out there. Anybody that can fly back to this area will go next door, and we'll be good. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go get my dolly so we can haul this in, because I don't want it in the same spot for them all to come back to, the few that will come back. We'll go inspect that other one that we think might be a drone layer or a laying worker, whichever, and see what we got on that one. So obviously this queen must have died, and she either died or something happened to her right as we were coming out of the summer, and they didn't requeen, and that's what we get when we don't requeen. But I looked at everybody going in, so she had to have died in the fall sometime. Who knows? Disease could have got them. Hope not. We're going to freeze all those frames and bleach water the boxes. That's what I do with everything. Look what happens when the sun comes out. Look at the pollen going in. The sun comes out and these bees go nuts. So we got to get this cleaned up real quick because we don't want a robin start. Same up here. Look at them. The strong hives especially. And here's our little one. Here's our one we're going to look at in a minute. We're going to give it time though. See workers and all that. We're going to see what it looks like inside. Yeah, I want to show you the bottom board. That's what I really wanted to show you though. So if we look at this bottom board, there's small hive beetle larvae down there. You can see them wiggling around. There's some dead bees. Now the question is, did this thing die of a virus? Normally it would wipe them all out for the most part. Wouldn't leave drone brood. I mean, it wouldn't leave enough bees to turn into laying workers normally. So, is it that? Maybe, but I doubt it. Looks like something just happened to the queen. Or maybe she got sick. Maybe they were sick. I don't know. There's some dead bees down here. That's a lot of dwindle. And when you don't have workers moving back up into the spots, well, then you don't have mortuary bees to take them out. So, I don't know. I don't know what got them. Could have been mites. Could have been a queen that died. Could have been a sickness. Could have been nosema. I don't know. Here I am, folks. I'm out here, and what I'll do with these bees is I'll just shake them off and double check if there's a queen, because I don't want her out. I want her gone if she was here. We don't want no drone queen. And again, not enough bees. I mean, maybe make up a frame. So anybody that can fly back, they will. Just mostly drones, though. That's it. Shake them out, who wants to go back, and you know what'll happen? They'll go to the colony next door. They'll go in that box. So actually, I'm gonna go put these away because they started finding that honey in that other box. There was a lot of honey in that box. I ain't kidding you. And well, you know, don't need no robbing because they're flying now. That sun came out and they went nuts. So as expected, we got bees all over the place trying to figure out where their box went. The ones that shook, maybe the ones that were out flying. And they're all over this box. They're trying to go up in the top of this one. They know there's something going on. They're all in the air right here. And it sounds like robbing almost, but it's not. It's those bees coming back. That's what they do. See them all back here, just trying to figure out, where am I going? Where do I belong? Look, these right here. We'll take these off of here. Shake these on the front. There they go. Get them off of there. They'll all be able to come up and kind of find a home. So shaking them out, you lose probably more than you would if you combine, but that's what I've always done. And they always go back, and it works. To me, it's just my way. It's, again, not a how-to. This is not a how-to video. I tell y'all that all the time, and that's why. Because I just do things my way that have worked for me, that I've learned. And then as I learn new stuff, I try it. But I do stick with what I already have had experience with a lot of times. I'll try something again now and again, but for me, that works. So let's look at this other one. I think this was a laying worker or same thing, or a drone layer. I don't know. What I can say is bees, man, that sun came out, they went nuts. Now they're kind of going back in a little bit. They're calming down at the fronts, but I didn't see any pollen coming in on this one, and they're hauling out a rubber band, though. Look, she's trying to get that rubber band out of there. They're trying to clean their colony. They're trying to clean it. Is that a good sign? I don't know. I just saw a bunch of drone brood. Because it was winter. She's pulling it every different way she can. Got her go. These are the fascinating things about bees right here. Let's look inside, because things are getting active and I don't want to promote any robbing. And sometimes drone layers are laying workers. I keep saying drone. I'm sorry about that, folks. Laying workers can sometimes be, dang, very ornery colonies. Yeah, see, I got a lot of pollen. Frame full of pollen and honey. Now they got match fondant, but I don't see any kind of good solid organization down there on those combs. I see bees just everywhere. I don't want to have to go get gloves. I want to get done with this. Yeah, see, that's just bad brood. That's drone brood. This is what we got as a laying worker. Let's see if we got a queen, and then we'll know it's a drone layer. Yeah, I see more drone brood. So it was everything I thought it was when I saw it. I left them alone until we warmed up. Another one that's going to be shaken out. I'm not going to shake it out today because I need to go make room in my freezer for those other frames, and I got to get some bleach water on those. I just want to verify, because if you see a queen, then you know you got a drone laying queen. Still useless colony, but there's a good amount of bees in here, and they're trying to eat my hands up. Yeah, see, that's all drone brood. So we're going to shake this thing out too. Not today, though. Yeah, she's just laying these. They're just laying in drones. Oh, there is a queen. Look at there. There's a queen right there. So we got a drone laying queen. That's what we got. We got a drone laying queen. Okay, so I'm going to figure out what to do with her. She needs to be pinched, but it's not the time. I'm going to leave her alone for now, and I'm going to think on this one. All right, folks, So look here, check this out. I'll show you this colony here. There they are. Look, they're going to boost this colony. They're looking for their home. They can't find it. Bees are everywhere. So look at these colonies, how they've awakened. So folks, what we're going to do is we're going to deal with that colony in another video, probably next week. I've got stuff I've got to get done. I've got frames I got to take care of and move around in there, so I don't want to start putting them in just yet. If I do something with it later this afternoon or tomorrow, I'll definitely shoot a video. I don't know what I want to do with it just yet. I might combine it and pinch that queen and combine it with somebody, because there are a good amount of bees on that one. And since she's a drone layer and they've got a queen, that's different than a laying worker where another colony may not accept them. You know what I mean? It's still different. So what we're probably going to do is, good gracious, look at the bees flying. We're going to go ahead and think on that, figure out which colony I want to put it on. I got a few singles I could put it on. I got that weak one over there on the other side. That's a good candidate for it. A drone layer. They can be combined like a normal one. I can pinch her and go ahead and do a newspaper combine on a single I got over there, and we can call it a day. So I think that's going to be the plan. I think that's what we're going to do. You think RP Bee Works traps are hard to clean? Not so fast. Look at here. Oh, let me turn this over. We do some advertising for him. He helped me out a lot with these. But you just freeze them and then take that hive too after you've frozen. You can knock every bit of propolis. Breaks right off of here. I say that and that one don't, but yeah. And then look. This one I haven't froze yet, but it still pops off. But if you freeze it, it really pops off. So he gives you these little tools. You think these are hard to clean out? Not so fast. This right here just goes in there like so. You depropolize it. That's what you do. Yeah, it's going to be time consuming, but at least you can reuse them over and over and over and over, and then just go in the back and knock it out. See, you can see my hand behind it now. And the bees are getting it this afternoon. They are flying, and that sun came in. Look at the pollen coming in on these bees. It is that time of year. So there you go. I'm gonna finish putting fondant on. I know y'all don't want to see me doing that. That's boring. Just gonna throw a bunch on. I'm gonna use more of those little tools. I like those. They're easy and quick. So I'm gonna throw some more fondant on. We got a laying worker hive shaking out. We've got a drone layer we gotta take care of. And yeah, the drama starts. So, all right, guys. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I appreciate everybody watching. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.